Alright, hello everyone, my name is Jayan and today we are the 24th of May and this is the 74th video that I'm talking to the camera for 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, but to prepare for my Casper test. So today I want to start with a video update. I'm very pleased to announce that after yesterday's reviews, I find out that my answers were really on point comparing to the reference answer. Probably not word by word, but still the points that they were mentioning, I've been mentioning them all with some little addition of, keywords like guiding, things like that. Yeah, I will add them to my arsenal, and I think going forward, I'm really pleased to announce this. I think one other thing that I want to make sure that is my head movements. After reviewing, I find out that my head moves quite a lot and my eye contact wasn't always there. It's going left and right a little bit too much. So for now on, I'm gonna try to reuse what I have been working on since 2 months and really try to focus on the camera looking directly into it. For my personal life updates, it's been a very good day, although there are some cancellations here and there. I was on and off 1 hour and another. That prolongs my day, but still, I think I had fun. I meet up one new person, and it was a very interesting case, and everybody seems to work really hard. Some came back from vacations, some went drink beers. Of course, that's not ideal, but hey, if you have fun, then whatever. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. It was really a good day, and then I had the 3 little workouts. So tomorrow I'm gonna take a complete rest. So for today, this scenario would be that I'm in the middle of a debate with your 5 friends. The topic of discussion is whether teams or working by yourself is more effective in improving performance and achieving objectives. One of my friends argues that there are teams in every field of society, especially the healthcare system. He goes on to explain that some medical practitioners love working in a team-based environment where there is collaboration between healthcare workers. Another friend interrupts and discusses how some doctors prefer to work by themselves, as they may thrive in environments where they are not distracted from their co-workers. Alright, so I'm gonna take 30 seconds to reflect about it, and it starts now. Okay, so that's 3 minutes. Sorry, 30 seconds, not 3 minutes. And now we're gonna give myself 1 minute and answer all 5 questions. So question 1: explain the benefits and disadvantages of working in a team-based environment. In a team-based environment, there can be many benefits, but also disadvantages. The first benefit that we can present is that every single person may contribute vastly differently in a team-based setting. For example, every single one in the team, for example, in this situation over here, the 5 friends, may have their own subject that they really prefer and that they specialize in. All 5 people can contribute to the 5 different specialty, where there being just one person focus on only one aspect. So I think in a team-based environment, we can actually better perform and help people more globally. However, there can be also a disadvantages is that the more people we include, the more argument that we may create, and the more difference of idea that we have to consider before making a decision. It can definitely slow down the process in the go. Question 2, explain the benefits of working solo. The first benefit of working solo can be satisfying an individual's preference. So some people can be very easily distracted when they are working and when they are focusing on, for example, their studies, and there's ambient music, there's people chatting that can be very distracting for them, therefore not performing at their 100%. One benefit of performing solo is that they will be fully 100 and 200% actually focused on their own work and having their own plan in the mind and go in the order that they are comfortable with, therefore potentially increasing their efficiency. And also, I think talking about efficiency, being solo is much more efficient than a team because you can make a very quick cause and benefit versus risk analysis and choose the decision that you want to go with. However, in a team-based environment, then we have to have discussions, meetings, and that will be longer. Question 3, give examples of where a medical professional may have to work in team-based environment. I think actually a living example is me myself. Currently, I'm working as a kinesiologist in a private clinic focused on preventive healthcare. So kinesiologist is a professional, healthcare professional that focus their expertise on human movement. However, only having my specialty is not enough. We also have in our clinic nurses, nutritionists, and also doctors. So the doctors, they will more be focused on the physical exams, nurses being focused on blood tests, labs, and the nutritionists focus on the diet itself. And therefore, here as a clinic of preventive healthcare, I think we cover the majority of the aspect that we can touch and benefit the health, such as eating healthy, moving, doing physical activities, but also having good physical organs and any elements in the blood, so we can have a global image of one's health. Why do you think there is an emphasis on people to work in team-based environments? I would say that it will always depend on the project or the client that we are working on. So for example, if we are just focused on one single math problem, high school level for example, it's gonna be very easy for just one person spend 5 minutes on it and plug every number into the calculator and find the right way to do it. However, in life, I think the problematics are much more complicated than a high school level math problem. So for example, as we talked about as in preventive healthcare, a client might have different needs. Maybe they are questioning about their diet, maybe they don't know how to know the nitty-gritty of exercise, maybe it was a physical ache that they are looking for something to solve. Then we really need to work as a team to come help this specific client. Give an example of a time when you had to work in a team-based environment. So the example that I will give is the same as before, as I mentioned. So as a kinesiologist, I work in a team-based environment along with several nurses, doctors, and nutritionists. And sometimes we have clients that really want to know, let's say if they're diabetic, what and what not to eat. So let's say if they're pre-diabetic, how to prevent it from progressing. And as a kinesiologist who focus their expertise on moving, I might not be the most educated person to help this patient. However, in a team-based environment, what I've learned is that you can always refer that person to the right professional and solve the problem even more swiftly. So from this experience, I've learned that in the preventive healthcare system, collaboration is really key. Everybody has their expertise and we should really respect that. Alright, so that's the 5 minutes for today, and it was really easy for me to answer those questions because I have real life experience. So here we go, and I will see you tomorrow.